Thank you for joining us for Way 31 News at 10. I'm Nikhil Williams.
And I'm Dan Schaefer. Part 2 of our series, Poisoned. Alabama's fentanyl crisis continues right now.
Way 31's Brittany Harry spent the day in Marshall County speaking with the coroner there. Brittany.
Well, last year there were at least 20 confirmed overdose deaths in Marshall County, only 4 months into this year, and they are already closing in on that number. Numbers that have increased greatly over the past few years. Unfortunately, this is a trend that is playing out across the country as overdose deaths are on the rise.
Just this year, I would estimate we've had at least a dozen or more drug-related deaths as far as from fentanyl.
The people who have died from all walks of life.
We see young victims from early 20s all the way to 40s and 50s, even up older at times, who are using drugs and are overdosing on fentanyl.
Drugs making their way around the county in no particular area, according to the Marshall County Drug Task Force. Marshall County Coroner Cody Nugent says what's happening in some cases is frequent drug users might not realize the drug they're used to taking is now laced with fentanyl.
There have been a couple of cases that we've seen carfentanil pop up on some of our drug screens, and that's even more potent than just fentanyl.
According to the Drug Enforcement Administration, carfentanil is a synthetic opioid that is 10,000 times more potent than morphine and 100 times more potent than fentanyl. Typically, it's used as a tranquilizing agent for elephants and other large mammals. I asked Nugent what's the solution, what can potentially be done to try to prevent any more overdoses and drug-related deaths. He says education is a huge part of it.
So these aren't controlled substances. These are substances that people are just manufacturing with what they have available, so you cannot guarantee what's in them. So I feel like education is going to be a huge part in that.
And with the recent increase in overdoses, Nugent worked with the Alabama Department of Mental Health and Public Health to get Narcan for those he works closely with. Join us again tomorrow on Way 31 News at 10 for part 3 of this series that'll take us to a local recovery center. Brittany Harry, Way 31 News.